Today's session can apply to anybody out there that wants to leverage their expertise to come out into consulting business, work from their basement, work from anywhere around the world. So, first of all, how do you get your first consulting client? Do you need experience with something? A lot of people have experience in a lot of different areas, either coming from a profession that you spent 20 years as program manager. You may have no experience. You might be just coming out of college trying to figure it out. Now, obviously, we have our certification training programs. We teach people the expertise they need in government contracting. Then we teach them how to start a consulting business. But regardless of what your expertise is, we could talk a little bit about how to think about a way to frame that expertise you have and to get those first clients. But regardless, we can turn this into a way that you can help practically a business and start bringing those clients in, start getting paid, generate multiple streams of income. And that's really, when we're talking about consulting, when I put my consulting hat on, my business hat, our objective is to be able to sell consulting projects, high end, somewhere between $3,000 and $9,000 to a business. And then a certain number of the clients you win for a project are going to turn into clients that pay you monthly. So we're trying to generate multiple streams of income. So you have that 4 or 5 clients paying you a month, plus the projects you're selling. And then there's a lot of opportunity that can turn into. Let's pivot to how do we even win that first client. So the first thing we want to talk about is developing your niche. And I took some notes here just to make sure that I was walking you through how I have approached consulting over the past 5 years and what's worked for me. Now, the first thing I think about with a niche, so you can do a brainstorming session about the expertise you have. If you don't have expertise, you can go get that in a program. But after you go through that process of everything that you think maybe it to help reveal large, what we want to do is we want to frame that. And I'm going to focus on B2B because I think that's the best kind of consulting to be in. How does your specialty help in business? This is the first thing you want to ask yourself. Now, I'm saying business. We want to focus on businesses because a business can pay a consultant, first of all, and usually more money. And also they can write it off as a business expense. Okay. I just find it a little bit easier to sell to a business. And this is my personal preference, right? But a lot of it is backed up with experience, which is it's easier to sell a consulting job to a business if whatever it is that you're offering helps them to make more money. All right. If it's tied directly to, hey, this business can make more money with what I'm going to show them, then it's going to be easier sale and you can charge more, provided you can get the results. Okay. So we have to think about what your niche is going to be very carefully, but it doesn't have to help them specifically make more money. And that's my preference, but here's a couple other things that you could think about. The second thing I would put on there is, can you save them? So is there process improvement? Is there something that you can do for the business that will help them save money? So these are two things. These are two types of consulting services that you can offer that you can set. You just have to be able to make the case for it. Are there any other types of things that you can offer? Well, I would say the third one would be, can it save time? So if you can help a business make money, if you can help them save money, if you can help them save time, or look at the list of potential niches that you have, consulting niches, and think, hey, do any of my expertises that I already had, do any of these things apply? Can I help a business make money? Can I help them save money? Can I help them save time? Now, I'll take my niche and just to give you an example, right? So when we bring students through that have no experience doing anything, so you have some young students, and we have other people that come through that have had 20 years in profession somewhere. Just want to leverage that turn into a consulting business. Government contracting is my expertise. So if you follow the channel, if you watch our videos, that's how I help businesses, right? So I'm B2B, business to business consultants. I help other businesses, but I help those businesses sell to the U.S. government. It is a direct correlation with how much money those businesses can make. The average small business makes $2.5 million or so a year selling to the government. So if my plan can help a company start winning contracts, I can make a direct correlation to how much they can make. So it's very easy for a business that has revenue coming in to invest in us, right? And the students go through a course, same thing. Even within government contracting, there's some niche communities. There's some students that write proposals. I say students, these are adults, right? Some people love doing research and planning. Some want to be on sales and on the cutting edge. They go to conferences and negotiating deals. There's so many different areas. You don't have to be in government contracting. That doesn't have to be your niche, right? But ask yourself, well, how does it help a company make money? Do you have a skill set, or do you want to acquire a skill set that can help a company sell more, right? That's a very common one. So mine is selling to the government. Yours might be B2C. Right? How do I help them sell to consumers? How do I help a company sell using social media? We see a lot of traffic there. So the first thing I do is I go through that true. Does it help them save money? Does it help them make money? Can it help them save time? And there's 1,000 things. I'm not going to spitball on all of them here, but that's what I think. Now, by the way, this is live, so you can ask questions if you want to. Does it save money? Does it save time? Do you need to go out and get the expertise that you need? Okay, so you can do that in a variety of ways. The training programs, you can work for free for your first couple of jobs for someone. A lot of different ways that you can do this. Now, one thing I do also encourage people to do is look at competition. Okay, so I like to take, okay, what do I know? What can I offer a company? And how much competition is there? Is this like a totally crowded, flooded environment, or can I pivot? Can I make a small pivot and eliminate some of the competition? Because it matters, right? A real estate agent fighting against 2 million other real estate agents? Or do you have a company that helps real estate agents with the paperwork and they pay you a fee and now you control, you have your own business versus you're working through a brokerage, you're competing with all these other real estate agents for the exact same leads, right? I may have a little bit of a bias against real estate. So for any of the agents out there that want you, don't take it personally. I watch real estate agent. Well, so how much competition is there? And if you think about how much, just to pivot back to step one again, how much money can you help them make? Or how much money can you help them save? How much time can you save them? Often if you do one thing and you specialize in it, you can do it super fast, right? So for instance, in our training program, our certification program, in GovClose, I teach the students one of the products that I sell, right? So one of the first steps, and this applies to a lot of different fields, but one of the first steps I take any company through that wants to sell to the government is it's really a sales plan. I call it a roadmap. How do you sell to the government? But this could be for anything that you specialize in, right? For instance, I used to fly, right? So first half of my Air Force career was flying before I went into acquisitions. And I was a navigator. And we would spend, I was about to swear, but we would spend 4 or 5 times the amount of hours that we would be in the air flying would be spent on mission planning, right? And what's a mission plan or what's a flight plan? It is, okay, first of all, is the aircraft in good condition? All right, do we have everything? But where are we going? This is the basic thing. And this applies to your consulting business. Where are you going? So for an airplane, if I'm flying I'm in Boston. So if I'm flying from Boston to Tokyo, I need to know how many miles is that? How many hours am I going to be flying? So I have to measure the winds against the aircraft. How much gas, how much fuel am I going to need to get there? So I don't run out of gas. What happens when something goes wrong, right? So I'm trying to give you ideas about things that you can do as a consultant, having that step-by-step plan for how you're going to approach your own business, but you can also use that planning to help other businesses solve a variety of problem sets, right? And you can use that to help them make more money, help them save money, help them save time. You do that, and the point I actually started off making was, if I do that roadmap, for instance, in the beginning, that roadmap, if you're a company that has never sold to the government, that roadmap could take you 2 months, and it could be total wrong by the end of it, right? I've done hundreds of them. So by the time, and this is specialization, by the time you do something over and over and over and over again, now I could do something in a few hours, right? That can help the company make millions of dollars. That company might have to spend months on, or another person needs to spend weeks on, and still not come to the right conclusions. So think creatively. I would say brainstorm the different things, the different niches, and can help them make money, save time, and how much. And one or two of those should emerge as, I would say, the niche that you should start exploring. So let's say that you have a niche, right? So what is the next step? So my niche is government contracting. The next thing that I do is I need a target. Now, you may not want to refer to the business that you're going after or you're trying to sell to as a target, but really what I mean by this is, okay, define your niche and who is your target customer, right? If you were a real estate agent, your target customer might be, Massachusetts. So for instance, Newton, Massachusetts is a really great town with expensive houses. You might target houses in Newton, one particular street, but for consulting, we're targeting businesses, right? And there's a couple ways we can do this, but I like to be super targeted, even within my government contracting area, right? I encourage our students to be super targeted. So some will target their expertise. They might come from a profession of accounting, right? Or they may come from a military background in the Army. So their niche might be helping accounting firms sell to the Army. That's a very specific niche. Who's their target? Well, it's going to be firms that are accounting firms potentially, but what size? So there's different targeting even within that niche. So, okay, small businesses, small accounting firms, but we want those to have revenue coming in. So you want to be targeting accounting firms that need between 1 and 5 million or 5 and 10 million. The GovClose certification is generating tremendous results. So 27 years old, you've never worked in government contracting, you've never worked as a consultant, and you just closed your first deal. Is that correct? That's fair. And I've got a couple small projects on the side as well. So definitely probably my best investment I've made all year.
It would be my second post on how a cold call landed a 9-figure
government contract.
My name's Gavin Tice.
So my name is Ethan Mart. When I was able to enroll into the GovClose program, it just exceeded all my expectations. It really has provided a lot of valuable learnings and insights that I would not have found on my own.
I was able to get a consulting gig with a software company that currently works with the intelligence community. Hi, I'm Deb Diller Harris.
If you want to learn how to sell to the government, if you want to learn how to start your own consulting business, if you want to learn the skills that you need to go land a 6-figure plus account executive job with big companies selling to the government, the certification program is for you. Head on over to govclose.com. Check out our certification program. Talk to the team. You won't regret it. So we're targeting these businesses based on what they do and how much revenue they generate. How do you do that? There's a lot of ways to do that, right? So government contracting is quite simple because we can use, and anybody that's seen our videos can go to USA Spending. And if you go to USA Spending, we can actually see every company that's selling to the government. We can see how much they're selling to the government. So I can very quickly identify accounting firms that are selling to the government and that have, say, $10 million in contracts. Okay, why is it important to target this way? Because we have an offer, right, that we have to develop based on our niche, and we have to be offering it to a business that actually will buy it and can afford to buy it, right? So startups. Is a startup going to be your target? Well, a startup, by the very definition of that, probably does not have any money. Now, there are certainly examples where you got started this funding and have venture capital or something, different story. But making sure that in the beginning we're targeting companies that are revenue generating businesses. This is how you are going to target your first clients, your consulting clients, right? So we can use LinkedIn to target businesses. You can use Sales Navigator. You don't even need Sales Navigator. You could just use regular LinkedIn and start looking for businesses in a specific sector. Sales Navigator is much better. It's $100 a month though. I always tell people, don't invest in the tools because there's a lot of tools out there. Website tools, email marketing systems. There's a ton of stuff out there, QuickBooks. But I'm a big believer in generate revenue first and then use that revenue from your clients to then start investing in these tools. Okay. So I am defining potential clients by what my expertise is. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, what's next, what that offer is going to be. For government contracting, it might be I help cybersecurity companies sell to the government. And it might be specialized in that way because maybe I have a background in cybersecurity and now I have a government contracting expertise. So I'm going to help cybersecurity companies sell to the government. So I'm going to target cybersecurity businesses. And that could be, I could target small businesses, large businesses. I could target businesses with a certification. I could target businesses that are on a contract vehicle, right? I could target, because we have in government contracting, there are these GWACs, these government-wide acquisitions contracts. There's GSA. It might be targeting companies that are on the GSA schedule and to help them meet and exceed the minimum requirements. I might be targeting cybersecurity companies that are already selling to the Army so they can expand into other Army offices, into the Air Force. So you see what I'm saying? We can be pretty creative here, but you want to have a target because this is going to play a part in how we test what our niche is and what our offer is going to be. So we want to make sure we track the variable so we know what's working and we know what's not working. Okay. So like, all right, well, I did the brainstorming thing. I have a list of different expertises that I bring to the table, or maybe I've been through the new certification program and I now have government contracting combined with something else. I've defined who my potential avatar is going to be, the business that I'm going to sell to. Now, what's next? What do I do? So the next thing is now you're developing your offer. Okay. So I'm a big fan of the notion that nobody is going to spend more than a second or two looking at anything you said. All right. So you got like a second to really capture somebody's attention. So if you are, and you get a couple ways that you can reach out with an offer, but first you can come up with. So if it's for me, if it's I'm helping cybersecurity businesses on the GSA schedule, the offer would be, okay, well, what are the problems? What problems do they have that I can help with? Well, I can help them win government contracts. I can help them more immediately if I'm helping companies on a certain contract vehicle that they had to apply to be on. I can help them meet and exceed those minimum thresholds because I know a lot of companies on GSA struggle to do that. But you need to understand your avatar, at least to the extent that you need to know what problems they're trying to solve. And if you don't, you can go into, there's plenty of public forums that you can ask, like, hey, what are your biggest problems? When you start getting on calls with people, or keep a list, these are all the problems they're experiencing. Right. So maybe an accounting firm doesn't have enough bookkeeping clients and they want to increase the number of bookkeeping clients. Well, that's an offer, right? So now your offer to the accounting firm could be, all right, hey, my name's Rick and I help accounting firms win more bookkeeping contracts. So with the government, you could say bookkeeping contracts with the government. That's an offer. If it's with other businesses, you could say, hey, I help accounting firms increase the number of other businesses that utilize their bookkeeping services. You might put it more eloquently, but you can see what I'm saying. You reach out to tell them that you're solving a specific problem. And by the way, if you notice, each of the problem sets that I have presented, they help the company make money, right? So if I'm helping them win a government contract, they're certainly going to make money. If I'm helping them win more bookkeeping clients, that helps them make more money. What if it was a time-saving thing, right? So you might process paperwork of some sort for the accounting firm that can reduce timelines. You could help them actually eliminate some of the tools they're using to save money, right? So you have to work a little bit harder with the ones that aren't directly helping somebody make more money, because you really have to word it in a way that resonates with them. So they're like, oh yeah, I spend so much time editing YouTube videos, right? So, hey, I help business owners. I take the editing of the YouTube videos off the table for them so they don't have to waste their time doing it. They can run their business, right? I take the government contracting sales piece off the table for accounting or cybersecurity firms because that is a skill set that takes a long time to learn and it takes a long time to make a government contract happen. So we handle everything from lead generation to pipeline development and closing the contract, right? So that's an offer, right? And that's an offer that potentially can resonate with your ideal client. So hopefully I've given you something to think about there as far as what the offer looks like. But what happens, by the way, I wouldn't write a variety of offers that you think make sense down that either have the company make money or save time. And after you write them down, you might have 10, right? I want you to try to reduce that offer into one sentence because nobody wants to read a paragraph. Right? So eventually we're getting to the next step here where we're going to test this offer. So get your offer down to one sentence. And then we're going to move into testing. Now, look, there's a lot of different ways to test an offer. I'm a big believer in test it first, right? So make sure you're on the right track. You want to see if somebody will actually pay for what you're offering. Okay. One of the ways to test this is you could cold call. A lot of people aren't comfortable with that, but it's probably the best way, just picking up the phone, calling that cybersecurity company that you've identified through LinkedIn or through USA Spending. You can email them. You can have an email address and then just email them, but you want it to be short and sweet. So I'm a big fan of not trying to sell somebody in a LinkedIn connection or even the email. That first email should just be, one sentence, something engaging in the subject line. Hey, you got to tell them what you're doing, but you don't want to make it 3 paragraphs long. Okay, I'm just reaching out because I help accounting firms save time by doing this type of paperwork for them. I help cybersecurity companies win government contracts with the Army Corps of Engineers. It's probably actually a bad target for a cybersecurity company. That's a better target for a construction company, but you get my point. 1 or 2 sentences. And so what we're doing here is we're testing your offer to see if the client actually wants to buy what you're selling. And your objective is to get them on a phone call. And if you don't have, by the way, I don't have the experience or the expertise, I guess you could say, to win one of these clients. I'm telling you, if you look at our program at GovClose, we have some pretty young individuals going through and winning clients. Not only that, they didn't hire big companies afterwards too. So you don't have to have 20 years of experience to be a consultant. Don't let anybody tell you, by the way, you didn't have to. I see some remarks, and now I'm going off our tangent because I get involved and angry with this person. But I see a lot of adults out there that leave the military and they're looking at a business, they're looking at consulting, and I'll see other military guys that have 25 years experience tell them, oh no, you can't go out there and consult. These guys need to go get a GS job or something, make 40, 50, 60 grand a year. That advice is so terrible. It's so bad for a veteran. If everybody out there, don't sell yourself short. You have what it takes. Especially if you came from the military, you can utilize that expertise in and of itself. With a little training, guidance, which you can get for free on YouTube from us, certainly. And I help veterans all the time. But you don't have to be a veteran to sell to the government. You don't have to be 20-year career and then go start consulting. You could do it right out of college. You don't have to go to college if you can develop that expertise. So in fact, let me see if I can find it here. I'm not sure. All right, I'm going to play a quick video with some of the people that have been through our program, and we'll see there's that range, right? And by the way, this is just to show you you don't have to go be a consultant in the government contracting area. You can be a consultant in any area, right? You can be a consultant for fitness. You can be a consultant for social media advertising, right? There are a lot of different things that you can do. But check this out, and then we'll talk about how you test your offer a little bit more. The GovClose certification is generating tremendous results. So 27 years old, you've never worked in government contracting, you've never worked as a consultant, and you just closed your first deal. Is that correct? That's fair. And I've got a couple small projects on the side as well. So definitely probably my best investment I've made all year.
It would be my second post on how a cold call landed a 9-figure
government contract.
My name's Gavin Tice.
So my name is Ethan Mart. When I was able to enroll into the GovClose program, it just exceeded all my expectations. It really has provided a lot of valuable learnings and insights that I would not have found on my own.
I was able to get a consulting gig with a software company that currently works with the intelligence community. Hi, I'm Deb Diller Harris.
If you want to learn how to sell to the government, if you want to learn how to start your own consulting business, but you want to learn the skills that you need to go land a six-figure plus account executive job with big companies selling to the government, the certification program is for you. Head on over to govclose.com. Check out our certification program. Talk to the team. You won't regret it. All right. So, look, your point of playing that again for you guys, not to go ad nauseum, is look, we've got some people in their 20s going out there crushing it. And on the other hand, we've got some people that are grandmothers that has used a lifetime of experience and is now leveraging that to do great. So don't sell yourself short. Don't let somebody tell you you can't do it. You absolutely can. And talking a little bit more about testing your offer, which is where we left off. Essentially, now that you have that list, if you missed any of this, you can go back and rewatch it. But now at this point, you should have defined your niche, at least a couple different niches that you think could help businesses either make or save money or time. So make money, number one, save money, number two, save time. Number three, try to balance that against competitiveness, right? So we're defining that niche like we talked about. Now looking at the target, what kind of business is going to buy this? So if you do have expertise from a background, you might be targeting a business that's in a certain industry. You can target a business that's a certain size. Point B, you want to target a business that has revenue coming in. So don't target a business that doesn't have money to me in because they can't pay you. They might want to talk to you, but you don't want to waste their time and you don't want to waste your time, certain. And then we're developing the offer, right? So now you brainstorm, you have a couple of niches. Now you're brainstorming offers, specific offers. What kind of problems is that tech company? What kind of problems do they need to solve? And how can you help them solve it? So that's what you're writing down. And then once you have those, you want to try and boil it down in one sentence. I help companies do X. I help companies get the GSA schedule. I help companies with their social media advertising. I help companies edit YouTube videos. I help companies win cybersecurity contracts with Air Force Lifecycle Management Center. So that's from mine. So, but you see how specific. About I help women-owned small businesses win contracts with the U.S. Air Force. That's another one. Right? So, I mean, I'm just giving you examples, right? But you solved a problem for a company. Now we got testing. Best way to test it, you can use cold calling. And if you don't like that, I would recommend using email. You could also potentially reach out on LinkedIn. You don't have to do too much of this, right? But you can find the companies that we talked about using LinkedIn or usaspending.gov. Make a list of 20 to 30 companies that potentially could use your services, right? And then reach out to them, right? So if you're going to be a consultant, you're going to have to set, or the only way to get around that is if you're using one of these third-party sites to get your clients. And there's a few of them out there, but for all intents and purposes, this is the best way to test it. So now I want you to reach out directly to the businesses that you've targeted, and you want to use some variation in your language. Remember, you came up with an offer and you boiled it down to one sentence. And so maybe reach out to 10 different businesses with that offer. Are you getting any response? Okay. Maybe change the offer. 10 more businesses. See if you get a response. Okay. No, it's nothing then. Again, you could change the offer or you could change the wording in your offer, right? Is it as succinct as it could be? And by the way, this is something you should run first. Who are you reaching out to? Right? Is it the right person? So I typically my clients are typically small businesses that are generating revenue. You can reach out to the CEO, but you want to reach out to who's the decision maker that's going to be interested in your consulting service. And your objective is to get them on a call. And this is how you're going to close the deal. Right? So remember, you're a consultant. So I always recommend to our consultants, we don't close. We are high end, right? So we charge by the project. We don't charge by the hour. But we don't even talk about that in the beginning. When it's the offer, let's say I send out that email. It's, hey, I help accounting firms double their bookkeeping clients, right? If you're interested, let's hop on a call, right? So eventually one of your offers is going to start hitting, all right? And then it's just adjusting. By the way, you can also adjust the type of company you're reaching out to. That's why I say not how much revenue you're bringing in roughly. You might have to target higher end companies, you might have to target lower companies, but find that sweet spot And the only ask is, hey, let's jump on a call. That's a free call for you. And by the way, the more of these businesses you talk to, the more potential clients you talk to, the better. You guys, this is how you're going to do it. And this is how you're going to learn about what problems do you have? Like, ask them. If you're a consultant, you have to be there to help your clients. That's why the remediation. Your job is to help your client. And one way you can help them is to understand what they need. Right. And that's how you can help them better. It also helps you with your offers, right? And it can help you pinpoint where to go with these clients. But you got to start somewhere. And that's where you're going to start. The GovClose certification is generating tremendous results. So 27 years old, you've never worked in government contracting, you've never worked as a consultant, and you just closed your first deal. Is that correct? That's fair. And I've got a couple small projects on the side as well. So definitely probably my best investment I've made all year.
It would be my second post on how a cold call landed a 9-figure
Government contract.
My name's Gavin Tice.
So my name is Ethan Mart. When I was able to enroll into the GovClose program, it just exceeded all my expectations. It really has provided a lot of valuable learnings and insights that I would not have found on my own.
I was able to get a consulting gig with a software company that currently works with the intelligence community. Hi, I'm Deb Diller Harris.
If you want to learn how to sell to the government, if you want to learn how to start your own consulting business, if you want to learn the skills that you need to go land a 6-figure plus account executive job with big companies selling to the government, the certification program is for you. Head on over to govclose.com. Check out our certification program. Talk to the team. You won't regret it.